Live from the entertainment capital to the world, it's Showbiz Today, the CNN Entertainment News Journal, with Bella Shaw in Hollywood and Lauren Sidney in New York. On the front page, how old is too old in Hollywood? Some say age discrimination in Hollywood begins at 40. Also, Danny DeVito reunites with Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner in The War of the Roses. And this time, he also directs. All that and more on Showbiz Today.
Hello from Hollywood, I'm Bella Shaw, and the biological clock is ticking on our front page. At a recent Writers Guild conference, writers, actors, producers, and network executives talked about the reverse Hollywood. Claypool looks at the disturbing problem of ageism in Hollywood.
How'd rehearsal go?
Just wonderful. Red said I was fine and I get to do the show.
Oh, that's great. And Ricky...
I Love Lucy is considered a television classic. You would think that anyone who worked for the show would have no trouble finding work. But that's not true. Veteran writers, producers, and actors say they're the victims of a reverse Hollywood shuffle. No one wants them because they're old. Writers who worked on Lucy say studios have told them they can't appeal to the 18 to 49 age group.
But that's the consumer age group. And somehow a peculiar concept has come out of that, which is that writers who are past that age group can no longer connect with that consumer buying public.
And just what is considered old in Hollywood? Try 40. A Writers Guild study says work starts tapering off at that age. 67-year-old John McGreevey has won multiple Emmys, but he's been told he's too old to be hip.
As you get older, you are out of touch with what's contemporary, and of course television especially, but feature films too, want to be very with it, very now, and that's one of the excuses for discriminating against older writers.
Even if older writers, actors, and producers are not rad man, they say they have a lot to offer.
They may know how to get a character from A to B to C to D, and they may know how to develop a character, which someone who knows who the rock groups are and what the trends are may not. So I think that the baby is being thrown out with the bathwater, or grandpa is being thrown out with the bathwater.
Hollywood studios deny that they discriminate against those over 40, but those working for the studios disagree.
How is it, coincidentally, that we have people that did have such great success 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 15 years ago? Other than age discrimination, what other reason not to hire them if they're ready and willing?
Perhaps the one area where older people are respected is the daytime soaps. The soaps have a history of consistently employing older Hollywood.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Dad, I know how much you hate the idea of Greg being your brother.
No, I'm not thinking about that.
There's a real premium put on a writer who's been through the soap opera wars, who you know is going to get you on the air week in and week out, 260 hours a year.
Writers say 30 years ago, while working on Lucy, they never thought that their experience would be held against them.
There's a great building anger about this because there should be no reference to age at all, young or old, in this business.
There is hope that as the baby boomers, our nation's largest demographic group, grows older, that Hollywood will begin catering to older America, with television shows and movies being aimed at mature audiences. And who better to write, produce, and star 40. Not many in Hollywood, though, are betting that that will happen. The trend now is that studio executives keep getting younger and younger and keep gearing programming to a much younger audience.
It seems like such a waste of talent, though, Sherry. Isn't there any indication that things will improve?
Well, Brandon Tartikoff, NBC's whiz kid, has turned 40, so many are pinning their hopes on employees that are closer to his age. But I think that's more of a dream than a reality. Let's just hope this whole problem gets worked out before you and I hit the big, ugly 4-0.
Well, that's decades away, and decades